Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jim LaBuda here once again, and today we are going to take a look at the golf swing of Tyrrell Hatton. Now, Tyrrell will be representing Team Europe in the Ryder Cup when it's played in Rome this September when they take on Team USA. Tyrrell's got a very, very powerful golf swing, so let's see where his power sources are and what you can learn from Tyrrell Hatton that's going to help you hit the golf ball off the tee longer than you ever have before. But before we do that, if you guys are watching this video on Facebook, make sure you follow me on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. I'm out there posting swing analysis of the top professionals, usually every other day, with tips that you can learn from these touring pros that are going to help you hit the golf ball longer and straighter than you ever have before. So the first thing I want to point out is when Tyrrell gets the golf club parallel to the ground here, a couple things to point out. Number one, you can see the position of the golf club, and the hands are a little bit over his toes here. It's a little bit inside because if you take a look at his left arm, we've seen a lot of videos here where the left arm is really kind of parallel to the target line. You can see Tyrrell's definitely comes a little bit inside here. We look at his foot line at this point. Lines are fairly close, but what we can tell by looking at this is because of his right arm bend here, this is definitely more of an armsy takeaway. So he's not really rotating a lot of his upper body back. So looking at that again, where does Tyrrell get his power from? As he starts going to the top of his swing, a couple things we're going to point out here. Number one, you can see how the butt end of the club here is a little bit more upright than I think most players would be. He's got the butt end of the club closer to really the middle of his foot, balls of his feet here. And you can see how we can see that right shoulder below his left arm there. So again, very powerful position to be in, but the main thing I want you to point out here is look how little his hips have actually rotated. So Tyrrell's power source comes from what we call that X factor, where he's separating his upper and lower body, and he's really turning his upper body. He's trying to turn it really against a nice stable lower body. As he starts in the downswing now, you see the first thing that's going to move is that lower body starts moving, the left hip starts going, and that's what allows the hands to start dropping down. Now, as the hands start coming down here, we can see that the golf club here shallows out very nicely. He's not too steep at this position, because if we look at the golf club here down in the downswing, we can see how that points right at the ball. Very perfect position to be in. Hips are nice and open at this point. They're square to the target, but as he starts turning through, now you can see at impact, we can see that left hip back here. We can see his left pocket. Shoulders are going to be a little bit more square. So he's got his hips open in relation to his shoulders. So really that's where Tyrrell Hatton's going to get his power from in the golf swing. He does lead it into a nice full extension here with both arms. Right foot's just starting to really come off the ground. So if you guys are looking to hit the golf ball a little bit further, get a little bit more power in your swing, let's start turning against a nice stable lower body. You can see in the beginning here, the arm takeaway, lower body really doesn't move that much. It's starting to load up that trail side a little bit. But as he gets to the top of his swing, lower body really doesn't move a ton. He's rotating with his upper body, creating a ton of separation between his upper and lower body. And that's where Tyrrell Hatton gets the power from in his golf swing.